everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.
You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. How are you, Coach Ken, over there?
I am doing fantastic. How are you looking? So lovely as usual.
Thank you so much. Glad to have you with us today. As you all are coming into the virtual studio audience, keep in mind that Coach Ken Canyon is our relationship expert, and he's coming on today to talk about just overall challenges that relationships face. And we're going to hear a lot from you all throughout today's discussion. So make sure you put your comments, your thoughts, you share the broadcast, invite your friends to be a part of the discussion. And we're going to deep dive in this topic today. Relationship challenges. What are they? What causes them? And what are some solutions for them? So Ken, I have actually like a list of some of them that Cassandra, one of our team members, had pulled from. It was like a coaching online. What was it? Coaching-online.org gave 13 different reasons why most relationships fail. And this is according to a 2020 survey that 56% of U.S. adults believe in soulmates. And then there are many that obviously relationships suffer. And they gave 13 reasons why. So I thought if we kind of talk from some of those, we might be able to have a roadmap. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, we could talk from those. I have my own as well.
Oh, good. Okay, let's talk from yours then.
I mean, from my experience, I mean, you know, I'm getting my camera ready, so I know we're gonna do some good stuff here. So I want to record it. I record it anyway, so I can make sure that we can, you and I can, you know, do what we do. So, okay. Yes, I believe that there are some fundamental reasons why relationships, the challenges relationships face now in our modern day, and people think that it's different than, you know, it used to be when people used to stay together for 40, 50 years. And I would submit that human psychology is the same. I think that what's different is the environment that we live in, and the environment is different, but the psychology of human beings are the same. And so we're going to discuss a lot of that today.
Okay, so the psychology of human beings is the same no matter what environment we live in. So it's a matter, in your opinion, of the psychology, right? Right.
Well, I mean, a lot of what it is opinion based on actual coaching, actual studies, actual whole bunch of stuff. But the reason I don't like a whole bunch of studies and stuff, because you can skew a study towards the way you want it to come out. If you ask the questions a certain way, if you formulate it a certain way. So what I try to do is take real life situations from real life people, what they're thinking, and what caused them to get where they are. That's part of my endeavor.
That's good. I love that, because so basically what Ken is also saying here today is that if you all want real life, in real time solutions and suggestions, then make sure that you go ahead and put those in the comments section. Your questions, your concerns, your thoughts. It may not even be about you. It may be a friend. You know how people say that, a friend.
You know, like a friend wanted to know.
My friend over here wanted to know. So make sure we take advantage of all of that. Let's go to some of the studio audience comments right from the beginning and see who's chiming in, and we can see what we can come up with here. Charitable Farmer says hello. Angela, I see you saying good afternoon. I see you, Cool Gamer, saying hi down there. Do you believe that God wants you to help people? Does the God you believe in want you to help people? Absolutely. God
Absolutely.
wants people to help people for sure. I believe that. Yes. Then if yes, somebody said help Ukraine. And Charitable Farmer said, please, everybody, help Ukraine and what they're dealing with. And that is a very devastating situation. We know that. And we are praying for Ukraine and definitely supporting all different types of endeavors that help fund the situation that's happening. I'm very, very unfortunate. Yes, I see you, Bay King, saying hello. And let's go to, let's see here. Hello, everyone. MD Alaman, I see you. And Pamela says hello. Any questions, you guys? Any questions, comments, thoughts regarding today's topic, which is focusing on what causes the challenges in relationships? I see you, Mom, as well. And speaking of Mom, guess what? Today is Respect Your Parents Day as well.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
National Respect Your Parents Day. So,
well, and it's funny, we have to think about it. We have to do a day where we have to say respect our parents, and that's crazy, isn't it?
Isn't that alone just insane?
That is alone insane.
Respect our parents.
Yeah, right. I know, right? But at least we
have a day to
bring
recognize
awareness to that, so it's cool.
Yeah, thank God we have an official day. So, Mom, I respect you, I honor you, I love you, I cherish you, I thank you for all that you do. And whether you did these things or not, I still love you. So I'm just honored to have you as my mom. Yes, I see all of your comments. Okay, we're going to go right into what is a good relationship, Lorraine asked. What is a good relationship? That's the first question.
Okay. So what is a good relationship? And I think, and I'm glad you started with that question, because and it kind of goes into my list. A good relationship is where both parties feel mutually respected. Both parties, because a lot of times people think it's all about love, and it's not. Love is simply an emotion. I mean, the feeling of in love is an emotion that we feel based on hormones. To me, love is based on commitments. Love is based on, they say love is an action word. I truly believe that. It is based on how committed we are to each other, because the feeling of in love comes and goes based on our hormone release, but my commitment never leaves. Some days my wife probably doesn't like me, but she always is committed to me, and I'm always committed to her. And so I think what happens a lot of times is, I was reading a book recently, because I'm always studying, trying to get better at my craft and what I'm doing. And the author said that in his whole objective is to keep couples come to him when they're about to get divorced, when they're having problems. And his whole objective is, how do I get that feeling back that you had, right? That feeling of I'm in love. And I thought about that. He said, because most people say when they come to him, they say, I am out of love. All right. Now, and I want you to think about that. Okay. I am out of love. Well, what they're really saying is I'm out of that emotion that I felt. Those hormones aren't released in me. Now, I get it. There are some things that perpetuate that. However, what they're also saying is I'm out of commitment with you. I'm no longer wanting to commitment with you. And that is the deeper situation. That's the deeper thing that people don't want to really deal with, because love is about commitment. It is not just about feelings. So to answer your question, I think a great relationship is based on mutual respect, mutual core values, and also mutual goals, mutual relationship goals. Now, individually, we may have different goals. However, but as far as our relationship goes, our goals are congruent.
I love it.
That, I feel, makes a great relationship.
I think 100%, Ken, I agree with you, and we're on the same page. So usually I have something as a rebuttal. But
wow, we're on the same page, Kim, already?
Already, I put the wave, the white flag, I surrender. I totally agree with everything that you just said.
That's not usual, but okay, we'll make it work.
Oh, but the thing is, here's some controversy for you right here. Lorraine says she's 73 and her friend is 53. Please speak to that.
What I don't think that's controversial at all.
Oh.
I think what Lorraine has done is I think Lorraine has said, okay, I'm going to start the controversy.
Okay.
Let me start the controversy. As a relationship coach, you will never hear me say two things. You will never hear me say something is good or bad. You will never hear that. All right, because what's good for Kim may not be good for Kim.
I agree.
You will never hear me say something is right or wrong. See, when we come from that perspective, what we're doing is making a moral judgment about the people and their actions. And so the reason my coaching works is because I only say two words. Is it working or not working?
Oh,
So
I would say, let me add something. Is it working for you? There's the other thing that I would say.
Sure. No, I agree with that. That's what I mean when I say, is it working for you and for the relationship? Right. And obviously, Lorraine says, this works for me. This works for our relationship. And so I have no problem with that. I have no problem at all with that. So yeah, I'm super happy that and I think that society has put this stigma out there of what a relationship should look like. That's why I got 7 things challenges relationships face, and one of them is the stigma that other people place on your relationships.
That's good. I love it, Ken. And so from your perspective as our relationship expert, you're saying that a 20-year difference in age is not something that is anything one way or the other from your coaching perspective. Does
it work? If it works for them, no. If it works for them, see, the only problem comes in is when it ceases. I always say the problem comes in when the relationship ceases to do what it was designed to do. And the relationships are designed to do 2 things for me: help you grow or help you heal. Those 2 things. And how you do that within the relationship is entirely up to you. But the relationship's purpose is to help you grow or help you heal.
Excellent.
And see, a lot of people, and here's the problem that a lot of people have. People think that I have to be totally healed to be in a relationship. That is not true. You can actually get healed. You can start the healing process. I think you should be on your healing journey prior to getting in a relationship. But I truly believe that God will put people in your life that will help you solidify the healing process. Because here's the thing, in the relationship, you ever notice, Kim, a lot of times the things you need to work on the most, the people closest to you in your relationship are the things that bring out that stuff the most.
Yeah.
Like if you need to work on communication, they're the ones who
make you communicate. You be like, right. I don't like to do this. But yeah, you have to do it in that situation. Yes, I agree. And you know what? The young lady said that she appreciates it. That's great. It is working for them. And she wants to thank you she said, yes, this is working for us. Lorraine, glad you got your answer already. Keep your questions coming in. Yes, the views that we expressed on the show are our personal opinions, not that of the actual.
Why do you always have to put the views up with me?
That's Mackenzie's backstage. She's going to do that.
I watch your show and I never see that come across.
And you must not watch the Kim Jacobs show because it does come across.
I just don't see it.
Between you and my bestie Sean, we have to at least pop it up one time because Sean is always talking about politics.
Oh yeah, I love Sean. So that's how we met, because of Sean. That's how you and I met. That is cool.
That's funny. Okay, you can take it down, Mackenzie. Anyway, another thing that someone said, Eugene says, hello, doctor. Hello, ma'am. I saw this topic and stopped my research. What's the place of physical features, skin complexion, height, body shape, etc., and engaging in a loving relationship? Your thoughts?
That's a great question. So here's what I'll say. I'll say that everybody has preferences. Every human being has a preference of what they like. Be it man or woman, they have a preference. Now, here's what I will tell you is this. I will say that love has no bearing on the way a person necessarily looks. Now, let me explain. Now, what a physical appearance does is engage you. It will attract you, okay? Now, in your physical appearance, whatever will attract you, but it does not keep you there. Because there are people who have beautiful complexions, body, and all of that, and you find out that you're not compatible. What actually keeps you there is when you are engaged with this person, because now you're attracted, all right? But then you're engaged in this person, and now there's an emotional connection based on core values, based on beliefs, based on whatever it is you believe. So to answer your question, the physicality of a person may add to that process, but it doesn't solidify the process in any way, form, because what happens is if you get with a person based on how they look and beauty, that exterior stuff, it is not internal. All of that is external. And I assure you, as that fades, as that changes, because what will happen is you'll see the person when they're not all dolled up and all of that. If it was based on just that, then the relationship is superficial, honestly. If it's just that, then it's superficial, and it never lasts. That will never last.
That's good. That's good, Ken. And on top of that, because of any physical thing that may have drawn you to that person in life, there are things that change physically from a perspective of even medically. Somebody, if you were attracted to them because they had huge bosoms, breasts or something, then at the end of the day, if they experienced cancer and had to have breast surgery or breast removal or something, then do you not care for that person anymore? So it's a lot of different factors that may be like physical attractions, that something happens in life that changes that. You may like the way the person walk, or if they have MS and they're in a wheelchair, different things that come about in life that's way beyond our circumstances or our control, then that shouldn't, in my opinion, change the love that you have for the individual, you know?
Well, that goes back to my point. If that changed the love, then there was no love.
There was no love anyway. Yeah, I'm saying what you're saying. I'm just answering the person's comment and then from my perspective too. So it's exactly saying everything right now, everybody, just so we know, everything that Ken is saying as the relationship expert, Kim Jacobs from the Kim Jacobs Show right now, I'm agreeing with it, but not all of it. Let's be clear, because some stuff Kim be saying, I'd be like, wait, what? Oh, I don't believe it. I don't agree with that at all. So it's just we have our own theories and thoughts on things. I agree, but I want it all. I want to look at my man and look like looking at my man, basically, is what she's saying.
Sure.
Who doesn't?
I agree. You should. I agree. But here's the thing. If it's only the looks and not the connection, that won't last. So yes, I agree that you should get it all. You should have an emotional connection, and you should have a physical connection as well, liking the way you look. Absolutely. That's ideally what people want.
Of course. But there are people too, Ken, that, and at least I've witnessed this, people that something physically may not be attractive to other people, but to that person is a very attractive situation. And it's all kind of handicaps and disabilities and things that are out here in life, and we know that they exist. But then for many reasons, there is true love associated for them and their situations too. So I believe God has somebody for everyone. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think that's why we don't all like hamburgers. We don't all like steak. We don't all like fish. That's why we live in a diverse society with diversity. It is amazing. The other day I was at the gym and I was telling somebody, I was telling someone, I said, and this was after workout, and I was looking around, my mind just goes off sometimes. I was like, God is amazing. And he was like huffing and puffing. He was like, I was like, think about it. Look at all these people. Billions of people have lived, and none of us look the same.
That's right.
But I mean, that none of us look the same.
It was one that was designated to create you, and there's no other you on this earth. You made it. You made it through all of the sperms sinking and swimming around, and here you came to be in existence. I love it. I love it.
It is amazing. So yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And luck, you know.
Well, Cynthia says that, hey, I want to admire him too and think that he's smart as well. All right. Okay. We hope we answered your questions. Make sure you all stay connected with Coach Ken Canyon and tell them how they can stay connected with you before we take this commercial break.
You can stay connected with me at pretty much all of the social media platforms. Just put Coach Ken Canyon in, and I'll pop up. And I'm on everything, and I'm everywhere. And on the Kim Jacobs Show, I'm a little milder than I normally am. So be prepared to, I'm gonna give it to you straight. But some people like it, some people don't. But either way, you're gonna learn something.
You're gonna learn something from Ken Canyon, that's for sure.
Either way, yes.
Okay, so Ken, I know you said you had your own kind of talking points today.
Sure.
What's the next one that you want to talk about when we come back from the commercial break?
Okay.
Then that'll give people, just say the point, then that'll give people a chance to throw some comments out in case they want to have something specific about it.
So okay. So these are in no particular order. The first one is stop getting advice from broken people.
Oh, okay. So stop getting advice from broken people. When we come back, we're going to hear what Coach Ken means by that. Is that fair? All right, take his contact information down first, Mackenzie, and then you can go to commercial break. Stop getting advice from broken people. Right after this commercial break, we'll be right back. Wow. I can't wait for us to hear what that's going to be about. and chime in, everybody. So we'll be right back.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everybody, we're talking with Coach Ken Canyon, our relationship expert here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Listen, stop getting advice, according to Coach Ken, from broken people. What are broken people? Who are broken people?
Stop getting advice from broken people. So, I coach a lot of people. And what happens is a lot of times people do things that are contrary to what they desire. And so they'll get advice from their girlfriends, and their girlfriends say, girl, if it were me, I would leave his blank alone. If it were me, or call him. You need to call him because he's thinking about you. And I often ask them, I say, well, are they in a great relationship? And they say, well, no, they've broken up 3 times, or one of them is seeing a married guy. And I said, you're getting advice on how to be whole from a broken person. I said, it's almost like this. It's almost like me attempting to be a millionaire and getting advice from somebody who's in poverty. Now, I know there's some value in what not to do. I get that. We do a lot of that.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is you want to get advice for someone who has done the thing that you want to do, who is accomplishing the thing that you want to accomplish. Not your girlfriend who is seeing 3 guys and she doesn't know neither one of them want her, or the guy who is smashing everyone. No, you want to get advice from people who have. And let me keep it real. I'm going to be controversial. There are a lot of relationship coaches out here, right? And they're trying to tell you what to do, but they don't have the thing that you want. They don't have a great relationship. They wouldn't know a great relationship if it slapped them in the face. And so they're trying to tell you what to do, how to have a great relationship, how to do this. It doesn't make any sense. And so you're getting advice on how to have a healthy relationship from someone who is in an unhealthy relationship. Now let's think about the practicality of that. Let's think about what that truly means.
Right.
That is ludicrous at the end of the day.
Okay, there you have it. Look, don't get advice from people that haven't done what they're trying to teach you to do, basically. So make sure that if they're teaching you how to have an effective relationship, an effective marriage, a long-term marriage, then that they've been married long-term as well, as what Ken is kind of saying, right? But people that have been married for long times may not necessarily have effective relationships that they can teach other people about, but they know that, not the other people that's looking from the outside, if that makes sense.
I never said that.
You didn't. I saw you look up.
I never said that. You said that.
You know what? I saw you look up in the corner like, that is not what I said.
That's not what I said. Because there are a lot of people who have been in long-term relationships that are not successful. Their relationship is not a happy, healthy one. They stay together for whatever reason, but it's not a happy, healthy relationship.
Well, see, now Mackenzie's putting up the views expressed. Really, it probably is say the views expressed by Kim do not always reflect the views that are that are reflected by Ken. Because Ken, when I say something as a recap that Ken really didn't say, look at his face. He's looking up in the ceiling like, oh God, do I bust her? Do I?
No.
Oh my goodness, not oh God, but oh my goodness, do I bust her and say I did not say that, or do I just go with the flow on her show because I did not say what she just said? Okay. Listen, people said right. I see you, Felicia. You said right, and also facts. Somebody said facts as well. Janisha said those are all facts. If you all want to come on to the broadcast and ask any questions, feel free to click on that link or cut and paste it in your browser. It'll bring you into the broadcast. Once you come on, you'll be able to ask your question quickly, and Coach Ken Canyon will be able to hopefully address it for you. Someone said, Demetrius, thank you, Mackenzie. Demetrius says, I feel like some women want a man as a loaded baked potato, but only offering the cream cheese themselves. And then I can see his like profile picture. He like this.
Right. He like, yeah.
Yeah, he like, yeah. Now speak to that, Ken.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the absolute truth. Some people, and so let me cause some controversy. Okay. All right, Kim. So I put up a video that got 100,000 views, and the video said 2 of the worst phrases that destroys relationships. And I said that women say, all right?
Okay, wait, before you say it, I wonder, does anybody, because I don't know it, so.
I'm gonna say it, but this one was, I did 2 videos. This one said the one phrase that I'm thinking about. This one said the one phrase that destroys any potential for a relationship. One phrase that women say, and I got a whole bunch of backlash, but people were like, that makes sense. I'm gonna let you try to figure it out.
Okay, y'all. Okay, one phrase that women say that destroys any chance. It kills any chance of a relationship. What is that one phrase from anybody that's in the virtual studio audience? Let's see. Anybody? What's that one phrase that a woman says that just kills a relationship? Put that in the comment section. I don't even know. Let's see.
And it's probably not what you think. I mean, it's probably not what a person thinks. But I'm telling you that, oh my goodness.
Leave me alone. Somebody said, Lizette said the phrase is leave me alone. Okay, no, that must not be it, Lizette.
You don't want to be bothered, right?
Lorraine says, I love him.
Oh, like when you say I love him, it destroys? Okay, nah, that's not it.
You say I love you, it destroys? That's
I don't get that one. All right, I don't know.
What are you doing for a living?
Nope.
Nicolette says.
Not the phrase. Not the phrase.
Deborah says, she's like, what do you own? That's a good one.
Okay. All right.
I don't need a man.
That's the second phrase. That's not the first one. That's the second. That is good, Juanita. When they say I don't need a man, that is the second phrase. When I say 2, that's the second worst phrase.
Oh, here's another one. Somebody said, okay, I am an independent woman.
Nah, that's not the phrase. That's not the phrase, but that can hurt. Okay. Juanita smart.
I don't care, as Puat says. I don't care. How much money do you have? Lorraine says. No sex until we're married.
That's
the
not
man saying what he thinks kills.
that's not the phrase, but no, I get it.
I'm single by choice, Juanita says. It's a lot of y'all putting comments. We can't go quick enough. Let's see. Are you seeing any of these, Mackenzie? I don't need you. I don't need a man. I'm single by choice. I make more money than you. Deborah says all kind of comments. So
okay. All right.
What's the answer?
Okay, here's the answer. The first worst phrase that I hear that will virtually destroy any relationship is, I ain't gonna teach a man blank. When people say, I ain't gonna teach no man that, he needs to know I already know how to do that. Like when they say, I ain't gonna teach no man how to open my door. I ain't gonna teach no man how to do this. I ain't gonna teach no man how to do that. That is the worst phrase that kills them.
Can you type that too, Mackenzie? The worst phrase to say, according to Coach Ken, the worst phrase to say to a man is, I am not going to teach you that. Fill in the blank. Man
blank, whatever it is.
I'm not going to teach a man, and put an underline, blank.
Right. That's the worst phrase. And do you want to know why?
Why?
Because of this. When you start the conversation with what you're not going to do, number one, you create what is called resistance. Okay. And what you do is you create a barrier to the relationship progressing. That's the first thing. And so now everything you do comes from the lens of I'm not going to. Not I'm going to do this. Now you come from the lens of I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. That is what we call negative energy that is facilitated in the relationship. Okay. The second thing is this. The most important reason why is a man that comes to you does not know how to love you. You make the assumption that he already knows how to love you, because some women say he should know to open my door. Well, what if he has never been taught that? What if in his last relationship that was not important, but it's important to you, but you don't tell him? And so you don't teach him how to love you. You don't train him how to take care of you. You don't teach him. And so whenever you say, I don't have time, I ain't going to teach a man this, or I ain't going to teach a man blank, what you're really saying is, I don't have the time to teach the man how to love me. And no man comes with the manual how to love Kim Jacobs, unless Kim Jacobs is the teacher or the facilitator or the professor of that love. And so when you say that, not only do you create negative vibration in the relationship, but then you get mad and you create a situation where the person doesn't know how to love you. You make the assumption that they do. And when we make the assumption that they do, that now the relationship has no chance. It has no chance.
That's really excellent feedback. And you know what? It actually really goes back to my childhood. There was a young man I was dating when I was younger, and I thought the world of him. I mean, I literally thought the world of him. And I thought, he thought the world of me too, And we had a great relationship. Everybody in the community just knew we were going to get married. We were together and, just thought it was going to be a wonderful love affair forever. But one thing that he would not do was open my car door for me. And I was like, why he will not open up my car door? Never talked to him about it. Never had any conversation with him about it, like talking about it. But fast forward, ultimately, the person I ended up marrying was the person that would open a car door, would do this, would do that, all of these wonderful things that I looked for in an individual. But I'm saying that to say right now, as you're talking about this from a coaching perspective, I think this coaching is paramount, is critical for people to know about, because it can change the trajectory of a person's life. So if you all are looking to have some good coaching, make sure you check out Ken Canyon and some of the things that he's saying, things that may not be even at the forefront of your mind, because that particular relationship could have been a wonderful relationship, but who knows?
Right. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? And
all because of a car door.
Because of a car door. But you understand what the car door represents. It's not the car door. What you create in your mind is a scenario that says this person, because they didn't open my car door, cannot meet my needs.
That's
And
exactly
that's
correct.
what you're saying subconsciously. And then subconsciously, when you come to the conclusion that a person cannot meet your needs, the relationship is over. But even though you have not articulated what your needs are, it is the craziest thing in relationships nowadays that I just don't understand it. But well, I do understand it. We've never been taught. We've never been equipped.
Because some people know every trick of the trade in the book, and they know open the car door, do this, pay for the bill, do this, and then they still gaming you. So at the end of the day,
that's why you need Coach Ken's training, because I'm coming out with a new course to show you how to stop the proven formula on how to stop picking the wrong guy.
Stop picking the wrong guy, y'all. You got to come and talk about that here on the show.
I'll talk about that. I took a sabbatical from my group coaching for 90 days. I have been working on it. I'm about 4 weeks into it now. I'm going to show picking the wrong dude, and then they get into, they don't want to take responsibility for it. So what they do is blame everything on the guy, but they don't take any responsibility that they got enamored. They look past everything that he was doing. They enabled bad behavior and all of that. And then you want to blame the dude. Nah, we're not
blame
the
dude is what you're saying.
Yeah, we're not doing
to hear that course.
It's coming.
It's
the
coming.
proven formula, stop picking the wrong guy. But my method, you know me, Kim, my methodology is different. You know how I think is different. That's why I've had so many results, because what I do, I approach it from a psychological vantage point, not an emotional one. And so when I show you how to do it, then you're like, okay, it makes sense. Just like the whole thing about what I was telling you about the phrase. I'm not going to teach any man. That's just that phrase alone.
That's a good phrase to not embrace. I'm not going to. Cynthia says, but some men don't want to learn how we feel loved. Some women don't want to be learned.
So I could counter that saying some women don't want to know how a man wants to be loved. You're right.
That's a good point.
And so we could go, okay, what she just did, I understand that, but what she just did is what everybody's doing now. Everybody, and that's on my list. They're blaming the other sex for them not wanting to look inward.
That's good. That's good, Ken. Okay, you get ready to drop. So I can tell you've been in some kind of retreat or something.
I'm telling you, hey, look, God, me and God been communing.
Huh?
God and I've been communing. I mean, listen, this is ministry to me. I know I'm a minister that curse. I get it. I'm like Peter. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna curse on your show.
Somebody bring me some oil. I just gonna put some crystal oil, not no olive oil, not no canola oil. I'm gonna get the thick lard and just dab it on that head over there. Go ahead.
Hey, I told God when I started doing this, I said, God, if I can't be real about it, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it if I can't be real about this. And yes, I am married 20 years. I got a wife, a side chick, and I got a girlfriend. All in one
wrapped
woman.
In one. Her name is
all
Karen.
Wrapped in one woman.
And Yan.
Yeah, hey, listen. And me and her, we were having fun this morning talking about the show. And she's my best friend. And I've been married 20 years. And 14 years ago, I was headed to divorce court. So I understand what it takes to stay married. My wife is my business partner. And listen, I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that years ago, before I used to got married, I was the guy that told lies. I was the guy that was trying to get with every woman I could. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum. So I know what a man of no integrity is like. And I know what a man of integrity is like.
Say it again. Huh? You know what a man of integrity is? Say it again.
I said, I know what a man of no integrity is, and I know what a man of integrity is. I've been on both sides of the coin. So when I come out here and say, like, dudes might be like, well, I was the dude, and I'm not going to promote or propagate what I did. I lied, hurt, broke feelings. I'm slick, and the things that I did, guys out there doing. So I talk about those guys. I was like, listen, But when I decided that my purpose was bigger than sex and doing all this other stuff, I decided, listen, I don't want to live like that anymore. And I'm not going to live like that. So nobody can come back and say, I'm not a man of integrity. You will not find a woman out there that says, I'm in her DM, I'm sleeping with her, I tried to get her. You won't find that. You won't. So I don't worry about that.
Wow. Okay. And before we go to the next question, I wanted to ask you, what made you come to I would say a come to Jesus moment type of thing, that I'm not going to be that guy anymore? What made that happen for you?
So there were two incidents. Okay. There were two incidents. There was one incident in my life. I call them C moments. A C moment is a significant emotional event. It's an event that actually alters your life in a significant way. Doesn't have to be big. It just has to be significant. There were two events in my life that altered my thought process. One altered my thought process in coaching couples, and then one altered my process in thinking and coaching women. So let me tell you, I'm only going to tell you one of the stories. The other story, I think you know, I told you the $7 saved my marriage. Yes. I told you that story. That's how I got into coaching couples with my wife.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, but let me tell you the single story. So I was out there doing what I was doing, and just trying to have sex with as many as I could in college, and like a lot of men do. I'm not justifying it. I'm just telling you the facts. Met my wife, and I was dating 2 or 3 women at the time. We weren't serious at the time. We ended up getting serious, but I was saying 2 or 3. I lied, didn't tell anybody about it, didn't tell her, she didn't know. So anyway, I decided, long story short, I just did a video about this. What made me change was this. One day, my wife called me up for a meeting. She's like, she wanted to talk to me. And then she said, we came over and she said, listen, she said, if you're not going to marry me, she said, I've been with you all this time. I've shown you that I'm worthy. She said, I'm done. I can't grow anymore in this relationship. So me, with my ego, I was like, go ahead. I don't care. That's what I said. I don't care. We talked about this last night. So day 1, she left. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. By day 6, I really thought she would call me by day 2. But I did, because we had been down this road before. But she said I had finally arrived at the place where I loved myself more than I loved you. And I called her up on day 7 and I said, can we meet? And I told her, I said, I thought about it. And the one thing that happened is I saw my life without her in it. See, before I had never seen my life without her in it. I had never experienced my life. I had never experienced anything like that because she was always there. And I realized that in my future, I wanted her in my life. And so I said, you know what? I want to commit to you and only you. And that was the change in the trajectory. Because here's the thing. I put up this video today on YouTube. I said, a man must fear losing you, or he will never truly value you. And so the thought of me losing her was greater than the thought of me staying the same and doing what I was doing. And that essentially changed my life. But a lot of women aren't willing to walk away. They're not willing to walk away. And she told me that last night, she said that was the hardest thing she ever had to do. But that was the thing that was necessary for her growth.
Wow.
And my growth.
I am so glad you took a moment and shared that story with us. That a pivotal changing point in Coach Ken's relationship. And thank you, Karen, for taking that stance of giving that 6-day reprieve where he had to start begging. You're like, I gotta get my wife back, right? And ultimately became his wife.
But that was the first time I had seen her as a wife.
Wow. First
time was when I actually saw my life without her. I began to think about my life with her.
That's so good. So good. That's excellent.
That was what happened.
All right, everybody. Listen, we're talking with Coach Ken Canyon. Put his contact information up again, Mackenzie, for me backstage. I want you all to stay connected with Coach Ken Canyon. He knows what he's talking about. He's helped a lot of couples find each other. He does these like speed networking things where they dating and all of that stuff. Some good stuff be happening. So anyway, CoachKenCanyon.com, CoachKenCanyon.com. You can email him at kencanyon@gmail.com, and definitely go join his Facebook group, Love Lust Live.
And they can also follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Listen, go to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Coach Ken Canyon. My YouTube channel has grown so fast, Kim. In the last 3 weeks, I've gotten 14,000 new subscribers. So
yes, so y'all make sure you go and check out Coach Ken Canyon's YouTube channel. And I know Alamin, somebody put it in here already, all of the different ways, but I'll make sure I put it on the screen also, so that there's a lot of comments. Lord have mercy. It's a good. I mean, I hope I'm leaving. I think I'm leaving.
Don't leave the comments out, Kim. Come on, man.
Let's go. We got to go to some more of these comments, but y'all make sure you stay connected. Let's see. Let me go to this comment. Yes. Janisha says, my friend and I just had this conversation last night. First time talking to a man with conversation and understanding like his, even though we don't always agree with each other. I listened to his point of view and listened to mine with no bias. Any thoughts?
Good. Oh, no, that's good. Because most people think that a great relationship is devoid of conflict. I submit to you that a great relationship is not only that has conflict, what makes it great is that you learn how to navigate through conflict. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's Tamika. She's a matchmaking attorney. She be matchmaking people, y'all. And she's an attorney too. Hey.
So does she only matchmake attorneys, or she's matchmaking?
No, she matchmakes everyone. Kim, you ought to have her on your show because
you can refer her. She could have already been on the show. Ken, anybody you refer, they're gonna be on the show.
Okay, I got two people. Tamika's one, and I got somebody else. Okay.
Well, Tamika, I cannot wait to host you and to ask you some questions as well. Okay. My friend just told me as well that not all women like the door open, and he gave me examples which blew my mind because I like my door being open always. Okay.
He's right. Again, that's an assumption that we make. But yeah, open the door. But if you don't tell him, you cannot penalize him for not knowing. That's the part Okay.
Yeah. Okay, someone's giving a shout out to Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace. He was very wise on helping these women with some of the delusional expectations. Yes, very good information. A man will conform to what you say, but the innate qualities are not always there, is what Juanita said. Okay. Still talking about the doors. I see a lot of comments about the doors. Here, let's go to this one right here. Janisha says, I've been single and celibate for 1.5 years now. And with this time to myself, I've learned to not have to be the victim mentality, but it's not only the other person's fault. Take ownership of the things that you allowed and I forgive myself for the things that I did not know. That's
good.
Excellent. Any thoughts on that?
No, I think that's the work. That's the work that people need to do. I mean, but a lot of people, that's my third point. But that's the work. But most people don't want to do the work. And I want you to think about this. Relationships wouldn't be so easy, Kim. I mean, wouldn't be so hard if we didn't think they should be so easy. You know, relationships, they wouldn't be so hard if we didn't think they would be so easy. Because you know what? Because what happens is we are misled by the emotions we feel. Like when you meet a person and they make your liver quiver, and what happens is you think that it's going to be that way all the time, and it's not.
Right. So that's good. You're sharing such a lot of information too. Love covers a multitude of faults. Mother Priscilla Thompson said. Facebook user says, Kim's Jacob show is amazing. I love the show. Hit her show Cash App, y'all.
Yeah, hit her Cash App.
Whoever's saying that, you girl, man, woman, whatever, boy, child.
Whoever that is.
Yeah, make sure y'all support the Kim Jacobs Show. Here are some of the ways that you can do that. You can even become a Patreon member of our Patreon membership and get some exclusive content that's not always shared here. And $ Kim Jacobs Inc. or paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. So thank you for your online contributions. Okay, let's see more comments that came in. You have a third point. What's your third point?
My third point is that what people aren't willing to take 100% responsibility for their life, their part, their healing themselves. You see, what I see when I hear people come in, well, men do it, or even the guy, women do it. We have created a war between male and female.
Yes,
there's a war going on. And the war is, if I can blame the women and women blame men, and I hear it, and nobody, and I won't say nobody, but very few people are wanting to take responsibility of their part. Very few people are wanting to get better. Very few people, it's easy to blame everyone else. It's easy to say women are no good. They just gold diggers. Women want this. It's easy to say men are this. Men just want to cheat. Men just want to do this. It's easy. The hard part is what that lady was saying. I took a year and a half and started doing the work on myself. See, that's the hard part, because that requires mirror work. That requires you looking at yourself. And here's one thing I want you to understand. You may not be responsible for the pain you feel. Yeah, the person may have cheated on you, maybe may have taken advantage of you. You're not responsible for the pain, but you are 100% responsible for your healing. You are 100% responsible for coming up out of it. And if you don't take that responsibility serious, then you're going to stay languishing. You're going to stay there. If I break my leg in a car wreck, somebody hit me, right? It wasn't my fault, but it's my responsibility to get to the hospital to get healed, to get better.
Bottom line, Ken. Everything you're saying is so powerful, it's so impactful, it's helpful, and it's literally life-changing. If a person is willing to take some of the advice that you're sharing here, take responsibility for our own actions within the situations, within the relationships. Don't worry about trying to blame everybody else for what we can see ourselves that we are allowing and what we're enabling. I love everything that you're saying here. All right, so let's see. My spiritual health depends on me working on myself. There has to be inner peace and inner reason for attracting unhealthy people. That's a good point. Dr. Peggy Johnson said that there's something within us that has to be happening that's allowing us to attract unhealthy people.
Yeah, let me tell you what that is. Thank you, Dr. Johnson, because that's super insightful. And one of the reasons is, if you look at, and I know we ain't got time to get deep into this, but I'm putting this in my course. We attract people. People say, the law of attraction and manifestation, it is spiritual. God is confess, believe, receive, same thing. But however, here's the problem. The problem is if you look at the human specimen under microscopic or under microscope, we're all moving, meaning we're vibrating at a certain frequency, right? And what happens to people when you vibrate on a certain, think of it like a radio. If you're on a certain frequency, you get the type of music that comes out of that frequency. So imagine if you're vibrating negatively, then all of the people on that negative frequency, you're going to attract in your life. And so what happens to people is, I teach them, raise your vibrational frequency by feeling good, by thinking different, by confessing different. You raise your frequency. Now you attract what's on that frequency. And so a lot of people who are in despair, dismay, and they want to attract a positive person. So here's what I tell them. I said, they're not, y'all are so far apart on frequency wise. First thing, don't you worry about attracting them. Let's worry about you feeling better, raising your vibrational frequency. And then when you raise it enough, you'll be on the same wavelength so you can attract that type of person. We don't attract what we want. We attract who we are.
That's good to know. We attract who we are, not what we necessarily want. So we need to evaluate who are we if we keep attracting the wrong.
Yes. because who you are is what you're vibrating at. That's the difference.
Wow. Okay. Listen, everybody, we're going to just go to a commercial break. Mackenzie, I'll play this one right here. And this episode is sponsored also by, many of you know, Dr. Les Brown, international motivational speaker. He is allowing the Kim Jacobs Show here on the daily basis, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you, Dr. Les Brown. And we're going to just hear from him now. We'll be right back with this.
We make decisions, and our decisions make us. You have something special. You've got greatness in you. When I look at this picture with my brother and I, born in an abandoned building on a floor in a poor section of Miami, Florida called Liberty City, and I was labeled educable mental retarded. They called me DT, the dumb twin. No one could have told me, by investing in myself and learning how to communicate, how to present myself, how to speak to one-on-one or small groups or large audiences, that it would dramatically change my life. I'm 77 now, and I'm looking for people who are serious about becoming successful, about becoming a category king, on how to tell their story about themselves or about their business, or how to monetize their dreams and make a difference on the planet. If that's you, I want you to reach out to me. I'm gonna teach you how to tell your story, how to use quotes, how to use humor, how to make people laugh and feel good and cry in their tears. Oh, let me tell you something up in here. People say we have the best training program on the planet and train more successful people than anybody on the planet. And you can be the next one. This is your time. This is your moment to turn adversity to your advantage. But you gotta be hungry. You have something special. You got greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye for now.
All right, everyone. That's Dr. Les Brown. And
I love that every time I see that.
Isn't that amazing? He's just an amazing individual.
He's one of the reasons that I do what I do. He's one of the reasons.
Me too.
So I stand on the shoulders of greatness, and hopefully one day someone will decide to do what I do because of me.
That's right. That's right. And so every dream begins with a dreamer, as Harriet Tubman says, you know? Yeah. So every dream has to start somewhere with a dreamer. All right. So any closing comments, thoughts on it? And we covered so much, but I think that you did get through all your points this time, right? The 3 points?
No, I never get through all my points. I mean, I had like 7 or 8 more points. But...
Okay. Tracy said, I don't believe that we attract the same people. I believe that we allow the same behaviors instead of stopping the behaviors immediately. So it appears that we are attracting the same people. I think I kind of, but go ahead. You're the expert. Talk about it.
No, I people with the same behaviors are the same people. Now I want you to think about that for a moment. People who have the same behaviors are the same people. So I beg to differ a little bit. I think people are different, but I think inherently there are types of personalities or traits or things that we're drawn to for whatever reason. And I think we need to figure out why that is. Why are we attracting that? Not only why we're attracting it, but why we are allowing it to come into our space.
That's what I think is the key. Why do we keep allowing something that we know is not working in our space? And so
that's the part. That's the work.
That's the part I like. And I like what this person, Cynthia, says. Bottom line to me is that you try to work on an issue and the other one is not willing to compromise. If you're both not willing to do what is necessary to meet the other one's needs, then there's really no point. And I agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah. Ken agrees with one of the studio audience members, Cynthia.
I agree with a lot of them. I mean, I agree.
All right.
I'm an agreeable guy.
Bishop Amir May is on, and he is over the Dubai. Imagine you going over to Dubai to do some of these trainings.
I would love to go over to Dubai. I have students in Dubai. I have coaching clients there.
Yes. Well, Bishop Amir May is a new jurisdictional bishop over the Dubai jurisdiction with the Church of God in Christ. So glad to have you.
Amazing.
Yes, yes. Just speak the truth, regardless of whether it's emotionally painful or not. There's growth behind it, is what Greg Blackman says. Yeah. All right. So lots of comments came in. Any closing thought or comment? I see that you help women, but what about men? Doretha says, I need recommendations for my son.
Yeah, absolutely. I know 35 to 40% of my clients are men. Are men. And here's the thing. I often say this, and it's funny because men, you know, men only come to me when they're about to lose something.
Interesting.
You know, when they're about to lose something, they need, because we've been taught that coaching, counseling, therapy is not great, negative, but the truth is, it is great. It is good. We all need it. So all you got to do is reach out to me on one of my platforms here.
Put his contact information back up again, Mackenzie, so everybody, here it is. I see it. Okay.
Reach out to me. Would love to. I mentor young men as well.
And that's Coach Ken Canyon's information. Stay connected with him. I see more comments coming in and more.
Can I say one thing, Kim?
Yes.
Listen, y'all, if you are interested, I do what I call a discovery session, because there are a lot of people out there that are hurting. It's a 90-minute deep dive into how you got where you are. And it's great because I can dissect pretty much everything. This is God's gift. It ain't me. But if you're out there and you want a discovery session and you want to find out, you're tired of living the way you've been living and you're tired of it, I would say go to my website at CoachKenCanyon.com. It's on the screen now. Book a discovery call. You've got to invest in yourself. It's not free, but it's worth every penny of it. And if you want to do that and you want to change your life, change happens when you take the first step. That's the reality.
I agree. And I hope that you all will take advantage of connecting with Coach Ken Canyon on his discovery session. Visit CoachKenCanyon.com. He also has books and products over there. He has cards for couples, all kind of fun stuff that married couples can do. A lot of people, just have great access to some of the stuff that's here. Mackenzie, you don't have to put any more of the comments up at this point. Stay connected with CoachKenCanyon.com. You can email him at kencanyon@gmail.com. Thank you, Coach Ken, for being here today. You are amazing. Amazing.
I appreciate you. And likewise, you are so amazing, Kim Jacobs. Thank you so much for inviting me. When I get the text and Kim says, I got some time for you, because I'm kind of selfish. I don't want to be up with everybody else. I want to have my own hour with you, Kim.
Okay, well, I hope you'll come back.